Hi everybody, I'm Hayden Crawford from Numerologist.com and I'm a wellness coach specialising in colour therapy. Today I'm going to be revealing my 8 top signs that you may be existing in a virtual world. Have you watched the film The Matrix? This epic movie was the first of its kind to offer the extreme theory that we are living in a simulated reality. In the movie, the characters' real bodies are being kept in a coma by an artificial intelligence that conquered the Earth after we created them. Elon Musk suggests that we may already be living in a computer game similar to a very sophisticated version of The Sims. He believes that the likelihood that our universe's base reality is 1 in billions, and this is because of the technology revolution. Think about it, over a very short space of time we've gone from Pac-Man to really sophisticated 3D multiplayer games and even virtual reality. So it's exceptionally interesting to observe how he has been responsible for developing the Tesla suit, which is a way of people being able to experience these virtual worlds through all of their 5 senses. This Tesla suit was created to erase the difference between the virtual and real worlds. Now, this reality that feels so real to you may actually just be a simulation, and there is some evidence to suggest that this preposterous theory could actually be true. Think about it, if this reality that you're living in at the moment was a simulation, could it be that it's so advanced that you wouldn't even realise that you were living in one? Let's take a look at some mind-blowing facts that can really prove this theory to be true. Number 1 is the technology revolution. Now, as previously mentioned, developers are now designing virtual video games where your screen is a mask over your eyes and your controller is your body. Now, is it not possible that an advanced civilization has already created a simulation and put us in it? Number 2 are equations and mathematics. Do you believe that we're living in a holographic dream world of mathematical precision? We're taught at school that certain equations govern the way objects move. Do equations like E = mc squared run the universe because we're living in a simulation, or is that really the way the universe works? Number 3 is the Fibonacci sequence. Now, the universe appears to be created by mathematical law, and this could reflect in the coding by our creator race. The Fibonacci sequence is a pattern of numbers where each number is the sum of the 2 before it. And this is repeated continuously throughout the universe and appears to be a default code. You can see it in the shapes of shells, DNA, spirals of stars within the galaxies, and even in pine cones and other objects within nature. It's almost as if the creator race got a little bit lazy and just decided to copy and paste the code. Number 4 are fractals and sacred geometry. Now, everything in our world, from our galaxies through to our neurons, are repeating mathematical patterns which can be easily programmed and then projected into a simulation using a very simple process. Now, these fractals are laden with sacred geometry, and this can be witnessed within the flower of life and the Merkaba. Number 5 are numerology traits. Isn't it interesting that we can determine someone's personality traits, their strengths and weaknesses, and even their sole purpose from a sequence of numbers that they are incarnated with? It's also interesting to observe how other people who share those same sequences of numbers also have those same traits. It's almost something quite robotic and clone-like about it. I actually think that the software developer deserves a pay rise. Number 6 is beyond the atom. Electron microscopes have been used to be able to help us observe the atom. But when we get too close to it, or we try and look too deeply into it, it kind of goes a little bit blurry. Now, the atom is made up of smaller particles, but as mentioned, as you try and go closer into that, you just get a big fuzzy mess, and the same thing happens when you try and look too closely into a computer screen. All you see is a heap of blurry pixels. Now, could it be that the reason why technology hasn't been successful in being able to observe these subatomic particles? Because we're actually living in a computer simulation in the first place? Number 7 are particles and codes. So protons and neutrons are made up of smaller particles known as quarks, and quarks have their own set of rules. And these rules are very similar to the codes that run web browsers and search engines. Now, could it be that our subatomic particles are actually just computer codes? And finally, number 8 is that we have the perfect conditions to survive. If the Earth was positioned any closer to the Sun or any further away, it wouldn't be able to survive. It would literally just implode on itself. And the same applies to the dark energy, which exists within the vacuum of space. If it was any more powerful, then the stars wouldn't be able to form, and certainly no inhabitable planets. So did all this just happen by luck? Is it a default? Or is it a program that was developed to be able to sustain life? Well, look, I don't know how I feel about all of these theories. I'm in two minds about it. I'm open-minded, but you know, there's a lot that I'm yet still to be convinced about. What about yourself? Why don't you leave a few comments below just to let me know what your thoughts are? And then remember to subscribe and also watch the next video, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.